How to draft from the middle of your first round in fantasy football. I have the 5 slot here, so I'd recommend this in like the 4 to 6 range. In PPR, I would definitely recommend going with an elite wide receiver like a Justin Jefferson or CD Lamb. If you know that your room is going to be very heavy on running backs, you can certainly consider Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, or Christian McCaffrey here. I would definitely go elite receiver, but Jahmyr Gibbs could be the best running back in fantasy this year. So I can make a case for either one of those, but I'm going receiver here to gobble up those receptions points. In the second round, I went with AJ Brown. I feel really confident that I'm going to come back around and get some good running back value. And if I look at the average ranks on ESPN, I would rather have the 2v2 of one of these receivers, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, Drake London, and then coming back around with a Bucky Irving and Chase Brown, as opposed to going with Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, coming back around with a T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill. I will say Lad McConkey is available there, so you could sell me on going running back if you can get Lad McConkey in the third round. One other thing I would consider here in the second round is going with Brock Bowers. When you look at the positional advantage of tight end, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride really separate from the rest of the group. You can definitely make a case for George Kittle being in that elite range, but no one is going to remotely put up the numbers of projection that Brock Bowers brings, breaking the rookie receptions record last season with an improved quarterback and improved head coach. In redraft this season, I think the optimal strategy is to do an anchor running back where you take a top running back in one of the first 3 rounds. And that's why I took Bucky Irving in the third round. I think he's one of, if not the last running backs you can truly consider an anchor to hold up the production on your team. In the fourth round, I went with Jalen Hurts. I think there's a clear top 4 elite quarterbacks this season. When we look at Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, and Jalen Hurts, I think closes out this tier. With his elite dual threat ability, last year he ran cold on touchdowns, especially when we look at passing. If anything were to change to Saquon Barkley or the defense this year, Jalen Hurts is going to be a top 3 quarterback easily. Last year was his worst season, and he actually was the QB6. When we compare what's available around him, Kyren Williams, James Cook, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or Terry McLaurin, I would rather have the elite upside that Jalen Hurts brings and look at a receiver or running back in the middle to late rounds.